Hello everyone, in today's class we are going to talk about what is a meter. Along with that we'll be discussing foot and beat. So all of them will be discussed one by one in detail. Along with that we'll be talking about different types of meter like iambic meter, like trochaic, and along with that Spondee, etc. and etc. So all of them will be discussed one by one. So make sure to watch it till the end and you will have a clearer idea about everything. So the first thing is, what is a meter? A meter basically refers to the rhythmic structure of line. So we're not talking about the end sound of a line, right? For example, this is the first line, this is the second one, this is the third one. So we're not talking about the last sound that we have in a line. So this is actually called as rhyme scheme. Rather, we're talking about the rhythm of a line. For example, this is the first line. So we're talking about this rhythm that each and every word makes in a line. So that is what we call as meter, and that is what we call as rhythm. So meter is more related to rhythm, not with the rhyme. Okay, now let's find out what is a meter. So the arrangement of stressed and unstressed syllables. Now syllables, what is a syllable? A syllable is a sound that is produced in a single breath, So first, look, we do have two types of syllables: stressed syllables, okay, and unstressed syllables. Stressed syllable means in which we put a lot of a kind of pressure, and unstressed, that is not pronounced with that much force. Now look at here, this is a word report, right? So when it comes to the first, this sound, okay, so they are unstressed, whereas this sound is a stressed sound. So we can say a stressed syllable, so we need to pronounce it like report, right? Report. So it means that the focus is on this P-O-R-T part of the word, right? So the first one is unstressed, the second one is stressed. So this kind of combination of stressed and unstressed syllables is called as foot, right? So this is actually 1 foot, or we also call as a beat. Okay, so foot and beat both are the same things. So when we have a stressed and unstressed syllable, so this is what we call as, this is a single foot. Now when foot combine with each other, they make what? They make meter. They define the meter, right? Now this pattern of beats or feet gives poems their musical quality. Now these feet actually give the quality of music to the entire poem. The most common types of meter are, let's talk about all of them one by one. So I hope it's now clear to you that what is a meter. Meter is that rhythmic sound in a line, whereas we have syllable, which is like a sound that is produced in a single breath, and along with that we have one stress and stress syllable. So this combination is called as a foot. When feet combine together, then they define the meter. Let's find out the first type, that is iambic meter. So iambic consists of two syllables, with the first one unstressed and the second one stressed. So unstressed and stressed syllable, when this is like, for example, unstressed plus stress, unstressed plus stress. So the first foot, second foot, now third foot, fourth foot. So this is what we call as iambic meter. Now iambic pentameter is very famous, in which we have 5 iambs per line, right? So this is one iamb actually, unstressed followed by a stress. So when we have 5 iambs in a single line, so we call it iambic pentameter. For example, look, penta means 5, and then the meter is the name, right? It's famously used by William Shakespeare. Now this is the example, unstressed followed by a stressed syllable. Now look at this word, believe. Now the focus is, the stress is on leave, right? Believe, report. So these are the kind of words in which we can say that the meter is iambic, right? Now each foot known as an iamb. Now this is each foot, right? As I have discussed it earlier as well. Now these are the examples: report, believe, awake, right? So wake is a kind of syllable that is we have more stress upon, right? So it is more commonly used by William Shakespeare. So simply we can say that when unstressed syllable is followed by a stressed syllable, this is what we call as iambic, right? Now let's move on to the next one, that is trochaic. Let's find out what do we have in trochaic. Each foot consists of 2 syllables. We have already discussed. Now we've already discussed that a foot is comprised of 2 syllables, right? So in trochaic, what do we have? The first one is stressed, the second one is unstressed. So if this is the pattern, stress followed by unstressed, now this is what we have. This is what you call as trochaic. Now stress and unstressed. Now look at the example: table, table. Now the focus is on t, this sound, and bull. So this is what we call as the combination of stress plus unstressed syllable, and this is like trochaic. Now running, 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 right? Now the first one is stressed, the second one is unstressed, and the same goes for happy. This is used by Edgar Allan Poe. Now let's find out the next one, anapestic, right? Anapestics. Now what do we have? Each foot has 3 syllables. Nice. The last one is stressed. So it means that we have 2 unstressed, okay, and the last one is stressed. So a foot in which we have 3 syllables, the first 2 are unstressed, the last one is stressed. So this is what we call as anapestic, right? Like intervene. Now the focus is more on vene, intervene, right? Now intervene, understand, on the beach, right? So the last syllable is stress, whereas the first 2 syllables are unstressed, and it is mostly used by Lord Byron. Now the next one is dactylic, right? Dactylic. Each foot also has 3 syllables, but the stress comes on the first syllable. So we can say that a stressed syllable followed by 2 unstressed syllables is what we call as dactylic, right? Now this is the pattern that is followed, like merrily, merrily. The focus is on merrily, right? So the first one is stressed, then the other 2 are unstressed, like elephant, elephant. Now the focus is on this syllable, whereas the next 2 syllables are unstressed, like beautiful, beautiful. Now this is the perfect example, beautiful, right? Now this is mostly used by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Now the second last one is Spondee, right? Spondee. Now each syllable is stressed. Through Spondees are often used sparingly within other meters, okay? But now let's only focus on the spondaic meter. That is, all of the syllables are stressed, right? So when 2 stressed are combined together, 2 stressed syllables are combined together, they're called as spondaic, like heartbreak. Now we have a focus on both of them. Sunshine, dead end, right? Now these are the compound words. So compound words are mostly spondaic in nature, used by Matthew Arnold. The next one is ferric, right? Ferric. Now this is a rare foot, consists of 2 unstressed syllables. Now 2 stressed syllables were spondaic, right? Whereas 2 unstressed are ferric, okay? So often used in the variation within other meter. Examples: unstressed, unstressed when both of them are together, like in the, both are unstressed, right? And of the, 2 are. So mostly both these syllables are in 2 different words, like the minor words, right? Prepositions, articles, helping verbs. These are the kind of words through which actually is giving us ferric, right? Now occasionally used by Alfred Lord Tennyson. So that's all about meter foot. Now let's explain it in detail. Stress and unstressed, these are the syllables that combine together with each other. So if there are two syllables combined together, we call it a foot. It can be three syllables as well. So when a lot of feet, like one foot, another foot, then another foot, all of them are combined together, they make a proper meter, right? And we have different types: iambic, spondaic, ferric, etc. and etc. Now this is a comparison table, so I have explained each and everything. Now this is about number of syllables, this is the perfect examples, and this is about the writers who had used it properly. So we have iambic, and trochaic, anapestic, dactylic, spondaic, and ferric. I hope everything is now quite clear to all of you, so you won't be having any problems, any issues when it comes to meter, foot, beat are types of meters. So that's all from my side. Still, if you have anything to ask, anything you would like to add, do write your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Do share it with your friends as well. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.